YouTube! Every day is our day. What's good, y'all? Hey, come on now. Hey. So if you click this video and read the title, you already know what's about to happen. I'm about to hook y'all up. Recently, I've been kind of getting into the modding scene. I actually just modded my PS Vita. I kind of want to make a video on that as well, which I might later on in the future, talk about what I've done to it. But that's not this video. This video is the DS games on the phone? Yeah. But no, basically, what I'm trying to get at is, I don't know if you guys know how to, but you can put, it's easier on Android than iPhone, but you can put DS games on your phone. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I will recommend for an Android user, the DS emulator. The DS emulator I recommend is called Stick DS emulator. It's on the Play Store, you can just download it. It is free. I believe I've paid for it to get rid of the ads, because I don't really like ads. It's really annoying. But yeah, I definitely recommend that. You can fast forward, you can save, you can do a lot of cheats. For some reason, all the cheats are just built into the games that you get. But other than that, I'm not going to tell you how to get the games. It's not hard to though. Not hard. Really not. Now you can download any DS game on your phone, right? Any of them. But now remember, your phone is touchscreen. You can't really be precise. You can't be really precise playing these games. You can't be as accurate as you want to with actual buttons, you know? The recommendations of the games I'm going to give you are more casual, more relaxed, not too much on the thumbs. More on the mental maybe, more on the eyes maybe, more on the taste. Maybe, I don't know. So, obviously let's get the basic ones out the way. Pokemon, that's a given. Let's just throw that out already. The Pokemon game I recommend though, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. If you don't get those, you're kind of lacking, dude. You're kind of messing up. That's an L. But if you already played those, because those are the best, after Emerald, then I recommend Platinum. Platinum's actually really good too. And then Pokemon games start going downhill from there. But that's a different topic. Pokemon, I'm just gonna throw that out because you look up DS games on the internet anyways, Pokemon's like the #1 option, so everybody knows Pokemon. You don't think of a portable game console without Pokemon. Another easy one is Yu-Gi-Oh games. But if I had to recommend a Yu-Gi-Oh game on the DS, it's a pretty long name, so I have it right here so I can actually read it to you. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship 2011 over the Nexus. Don't know why they picked that name, but they did, so there you go. You can customize your character. During the time this game came out, it actually seemed like it had an online function on the DS. I don't know how good that was, because I didn't know about this game until like 2 years ago. But if that was good, that must have been a bop. Plus there's a story mode, which isn't the most interesting story mode, unfortunately, but it gets the job done. You do have some good time playing it, and you do get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's a W, and that's a W, a win-win. So now that we got the two basic ones out the way, now we start just getting into the interesting ones. And I don't really know how many I have. I don't really like top 10s or top 15s or even top 5. I'm not really a top 5 type of person unless I'm like lazy and can't think of anything else to make. So I'm just gonna spit them out, let you know, you decide which ones you want. This is the first one I recommend. Probably my favorite one to recommend. And it is... Objection! I don't know if you knew from that, but the Phoenix Wright games. So, the Phoenix Wright games came back out. I mean, not came back out, it's been a while now. But they came out again with the trilogy all-in-one HD for like Switch, Xbox, PC, everything basically now. But, you gotta pay for that. So you see what I'm getting at? The 3 of them are actually originated on the DS. I only myself became a Phoenix Wright fan not even a year ago, but boy, that thing hits. If you never heard about it, or anything about that, or wonder what the gameplay is, it's more of a visual novel kind of puzzle game. You play as a lawyer named Phoenix Wright, and you collect evidence. You look at crime scenes, you do investigation, you interrogate people in order to get your client not guilty. It's a basic premise, but what makes it so good is the characters are all so just amazing. But everybody in that game, all three of the games, are just characters that are lovable. They all have something about them that you just either love or hate, which makes it so good. It's just so interesting that with each dialogue, you're wanting to know what happens next. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the court cases, there are some big twists that you do not expect within them. Like, you might think you know the story, but then they uppercut you, and then you don't know what's going on anymore. And that's what's so good about it. Yes, it's a lawyer game, but at the same time, it doesn't take itself that seriously. So I'll continue the train of a newer version of that game or something of like that has already came out. There's a free version that you can play instead. Might not look or be as good, but it still gets the same job done. Which the game is Animal Crossing Wild World. Now, like I said, I know that Animal Crossing New Horizons is already out on the Switch, and it blew up. But let's say you're like me or even my girl, which until a month ago has stopped playing, where you are now completely drained. The updates really aren't doing you like that anymore. Now everybody now recently keeps asking Nintendo to be able to have another island. How about you just play a whole new game? Yeah, it might not look as good. Yeah, you're not on an island anymore, but you still get the same idea. You still owe money to Tom Nook, and now it's on your phone, which yeah, was on the Switch, but it's even more convenient than there. A simple few minutes you needed to take out of your day, you want to play to just collect some items, fish, maybe get some money, just whip out your phone now. It's that convenient now, compared to your Switch where you gotta pull it out the bag, take it out of the case, maybe turn the game on. With a snap of the finger though, this Animal Crossing's already on, so I just think this is another good choice, another little time killer, just a little relaxing game, you know? Now on to a more stressful game, because we were just at a relaxing thing. No! Not anymore. You want your heart racing? You don't want people to be dying? Well, too bad. It's Fire Emblem. Honestly, every Fire Emblem is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't play all of them. I'll be honest with you. Fake gamer alert. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. But Fire Emblems are very good strategy tactic games. Like, they define their genre to the T. What makes it so stressful is that if a character dies, the character is permanently dead. You cannot have that character back. So, do you want your friends to die? No. So you can't let them die. It's stress. It's high blood pressure. It's heart racing. But that's what makes it so good, you know what I mean? I can agree that the games could be a little slower because they take turns. A lot of people might not like taking turns on their characters, and then your characters, and then their characters, and then it's just a whole bunch of A clicking, which I get. But if you are into strategy, you are into tough battles, because Fire Emblem is known for being on the tougher side. If you are into any of all that, I definitely recommend downloading some Fire Emblem on your phone. Here's some memes choices. Because while I'm looking, I looked up some of these. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember all these DS games. There's like 1,000 DS games, I think even more, I'm not really sure, but there's way too many for me to remember, so I did have to do some research for this, obviously. And I found 3 games that I feel like are actually... So I found 3 games that I feel like are actually kind of a good choice, but they're really funny and you might not play it for more than an hour and then delete it. So the first one, I haven't played since I was younger, and I don't even know what happened to my game, but I wish I had it back just so I could experience it again. I might have to download it on my phone just to re-experience that again. And it's Nintendogs! Hey, y'all remember Nintendogs, bro? Nah, this game, I don't know why it was so good, but it was just so good. I think anybody that owned a DS, they had to have had this game. I don't think I need to explain this game, because you had to have had it. If you're watching this, you used to have a DS, I'm assuming. And that means you used to have Nintendogs. So Nintendogs, real simple premise, just taking care of dogs. But it's just so rewarding. It's just so fun and cute and cuddly. You get to like wash them, you get to put some clothes on them. It's just so fun. Like, you might not want a dog in real life because they poo-poo and pee-pee, but you could get them in Nintendogs. Like, why not? This one shouts out to more of the older people that had the DS. If you want big brain. You want big brain? If you want big brain, come closer. Come closer if you want big brain. It's Brain Age. That's all you gotta download, Brain Age. What's Brain Age, Andres? Thanks for asking, actually. So Brain Age, get your brains up. So Brain Age is just simple math, history. I don't know, I'm not gonna play Brain Age, so I didn't really do too much, but I think you get the point. I'm gonna show some clips up on the screen as I talk, so you can understand what I'm talking about. But it's just problems like math, maybe English, just to help you get big brain. I'm not gonna explain more than that. I think you already get the idea. Either you're gonna download it or you're not. The last of the three, Rhythm Heaven. It's Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm. Say that 3 times. And then tell me in the comments if you said it 3 times perfectly. And you like Guitar Hero? That's basically what this is, but on drugs. Like, this game is a rhythm game that doesn't know how to make a normal rhythm game. It's just wacky, crazy, and fun. It's just, you're looking at this game, you're having a good time. There's no way, if you download this rhythm game because you like rhythm games, you're not gonna have a bad time playing this. This is just a fun looking game. This is a fun gameplay, and I don't even really like rhythm games. It's just overall, the definition of this game is fun. I think I'm gonna give 2 more games to recommend, and then I might throw some honorable mentions in there. I don't know yet, because this video can be forever, honestly. Because again, the DS had a huge library, so of course there's gonna be so many good games to play. So I'm only gonna mention 2 more in like real big detail, and then after that I might throw in some honorable mentions, some like quick fire ones. When I was younger, this one was an all-time banger. I actually had the Game Boy version. I might have had the DS. I swear I remember having the DS, but if I didn't, I didn't. It's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, and oh my goodness, talk about a game. Talk about a game that just makes me feel like a child again. I don't know what it is about this game, but this game is something just so unique, even though it's really not. Like, it's just a dungeon game. You are going into dungeons, but the twist is you are just a Pokemon. There's no trainer. There's nothing like that. You're just Pokemons rescuing other Pokemons. Gameplay, if you like the gameplay, you're gonna love the game. If you don't like the gameplay, it's gonna get old very quickly. It's just the same idea. You go down into the dungeons, there's like floors you have to go to a certain amount, and you just rescue Pokemons. Now, the story is... oh boy, that story is amazing. Which sounds really weird, right? Saying that a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game has a good story. But no, I'm telling you, I'm just gonna tell you that you become a Pokemon. You start as a person, and then you become a Pokemon. What happens in that process is something amazing. Just I can't explain it. But I honestly recommend this game. This game is just so good, man. This game is really good. Did y'all like Stardew Valley? Yes? No? I personally loved Stardew Valley. I got really addicted to it. Am I gonna recommend it on the DS? Unfortunately, no. It's not on the DS. The idea of Stardew Valley actually originated from a different game called Harvest Moon, which I am gonna recommend on the DS. And it's actually called Harvest Moon DS. So if you ever played Stardew Valley, or any type of game of that similarity, they're all inspired by the original makers of Harvest Moon, which now, unfortunately, Harvest Moon, the games that are now, that's been coming out, which is not it, Chief. I'm sorry, but Harvest Moon is dead now, unfortunately. They're not good games at all. Any game that comes out is just milking the name, and that is literally it, unfortunately. But back then, they were behemoths in farming simulators. This game is kinda... if I had to give it the same idea, it's kinda like Animal Crossing, but you focus more on on farming and building your money up than just kind of chilling. And I don't remember if the DS one you can get married, but there's always usually relationships that you're allowed to get into. It's just a very nice, blissful game. Like it's very relaxing, it's very fun. It's funny because I do start getting stressed at some points because you're like, oh, I gotta do this, but then I also gotta do that, and then I also gotta do that. Which is the same idea as Animal Crossing as well. It's definitely a time killer for sure. Like, you want to kill like an hour just doing nothing but building a fence? This is your game right here. Like I mentioned, I would give a few honorable mentions. I'm not going to tell you really too much about it, but if the gameplay or whatever it is that you see on screen does look interesting, why not download it? It's going to be free anyways. I recommend Professor Layton, any of those games. Puzzle, mystery, very hard puzzler games. If you feel more on the bold side of actually willing to try to use the buttons, the new Super Mario Bros. Fantastic Mario game. The basic Mario game, but perfectly boiled down to the best it could be. And then plus all the mini games after is really, really good. Cooking Mama. Who doesn't like a good Cooking Mama? I used to love Cooking Mama. Just basic chef, fun mini chef game. Really good as well. Delicious, I should say. Again, if you feel like on the riskier side of pressing buttons, then why not Mario Kart DS? The game that everybody had but no one had at the same time but played together somehow, you know? And that is it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed my recommendation of DS games you put on your phone. If you got any more recommendations, why not put them in the comments for people to know? Why not spread games happiness together? If I missed something though and that you wanted me to talk about more in depth, yell at me in the comments as well. I don't mind, I don't care. I just love reading comments, I really do. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made you have good hours of gameplay to play on your phone when you're bored somewhere, at your grandma's house, at a restaurant, you don't want to hear your significant other. I just hope I helped y'all out somehow. With that being said, I want you to kick the like button, please. Slap the bell. Elbow the subscribe button, please. And every day is our day!